Welcome to Jerome in Real Estate. Today I'm asking you, why are you trying to live in the city center? Wouldn't it make more sense to live on the outskirts? That way you pay a little bit less for your home? That's what some people are saying, and that's what some people are doing. I've got an article today directly from the National Association of Realtors. They talk about exactly that. They talk about the fact that purchasing power is going down, and what has been happening and is probably going to continue to happen is people are going to move to less populated areas. Now, you just got to expand upon that thought, right? It can't stay less populated forever. If everybody is having the thought of moving to a less populated area, that means it's not going to be less populated for very long. So the trick is to get there before everyone else has the exact same idea. Welcome to Jerome in Real Estate.
I wanted to bring your attention to one of these little articles I saw in the National Association of Realtors. As you can see here, it's a Realtor magazine. It actually focuses in on what I actually want to talk about. So, two key things here. The first, I will talk about this urban flight. Will higher rates spark more urban flight, right? And it says here that home buyers may be tempted to expand their search criteria to find places that offer greater affordability farther away from city centers, right? Farther away from city centers. So if you're thinking what everybody knows, right? The farther away you are from downtown, usually is the better the home prices or the cheaper the home prices, less expensive, okay? And what this is saying here is that, they're noting that rural areas which are seeing migration gains, so they're already seeing those gains, right, continue to be a prime target for buyers. And with mortgage rates near 7%, many people are looking for more affordable homes in less dense areas. So you got to think about this from a large scale standpoint, okay? This isn't a new phenomenon, and this is definitely not an idea that you alone will have. You really need to think about the fact that there is migration to less populated areas, and what happens when people move to less populated areas? Well, the population grows, and if the population grows, more than likely the prices of that real estate will increase. So what you want to do is not just be someone who is moving to a less populated area. If you're going to do it, then you want to be someone who's doing it first, right? Because if you're thinking about your overall investment, the home, then you want to think about price appreciation. And as more people move into that area, then price appreciation will happen. Just one more stat here. So in general, she notes, homes are about 50% less expensive in rural areas. Wow. And about 20% less expensive in the suburbs than in urban centers. If you're dead in the center of Colorado Springs, you're going to be paying quite a bit for, let's say, a 3-bed, 2-bath, right? You move that same 3-bed, 2-bath down to Fountain or Widefield, or out east to Falcon and Payton, you're going to see that the prices are definitely different, and more than likely they'll be lower than if you were in dead center Colorado Springs. All right, that's just the way it is. So this stat, even in our little area, probably holds true. The other thing that I wanted to point your attention to is this line right here. All right, so home buyers have lost about $107,000 in buying power since the beginning of the year. And, there's a whole bunch of reasons for that, but the very main reason is the mortgage rates. Mortgage rates have increased drastically since then, and that equates to, on average, about $107,000 in buying power. And the reason those two things are linked, these 2 points are linked, is that if your buying power is being reduced, it's probably time that you at least consider where you want to buy that property. So it could end up being in a less populated area. Think about a rural area. You may be able to get as nice of a house, if not nicer home in a rural area than you would in the city center, right? So that's just something to think about.